Situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Jets. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. On the ground, this is Amari Hampton. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st down, it's Hampton. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Amari Hampton, 46 yards. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point. Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
Jets, nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
16-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, 551. 551. Here we go, Scott. 319. Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Alpha. Let's go, Alpha right here.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Let's go.
Now it's Fields. Mechie has it on the slam.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here is 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Angel.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Go.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 65 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
First and goal, Chargers.
Back to Hampton on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Play action. It's Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He gets this one to Mechie. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Test. Butt right. Here we go, son. EQ. Right.
Here's Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown. John Mechie. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Nick Folk for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score. Chargers 13.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Tonight.
Here's Hall again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw, Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 6 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Folk connects on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Well, now how about this return? And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And this is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston. 46 yards. And the Chargers have regained the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Powering his way forward. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
They're on 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Go.
Fields now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now Fields going to run. Right side, complete to Mechie. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Fields. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Out of the gun, Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Second and 10.
Here we go, set. Green 19, just set. Hey, never mind, Monday. Set.
Throwing again is Fields. Going across the field, he connects with Mechie. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14.
That's another Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Fields. This one caught right around the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal.
Go.
On the toss, it's Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. Hey, Ken. Out, let's go. Right.
Now Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And the kick team down there quickly. They don't have to run as far as they used to. And they're able to stop him before he can even make it to the 15. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And they work this well field across the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Now they can't bring him down. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hall again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be complete to Mechie. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
319, go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Fields going to run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
No muss, no muss.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
It's now 3rd down.
West right this. Right.
A shotgun snap. Fields. They'll try and do. Fields hit and the ball is loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Charger drive about to get going. A real opportunity for them. Their defense got the key 4th down stop. Now all they need is a field goal to snag the lead. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Wide open receiver complete. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
1st down. It's a gain of 10. And the Chargers 1st down.
Herbert now. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
He finds his target, Allen. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
380. Run. Set. Black 80. Black. Go, go. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Let's go.
They snap it to Herbert. These guys running back out of the backfield. The 4th down